Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Raymond and today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of self-managing your own property. So should you manage your own rental properties? After today's video, you should have a better understanding of the pros and cons that is involved with making that decision. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so let me introduce myself if this is your first time here. My name is Raymond and I'm a licensed realtor, real estate broker, and property manager here in Atlanta, Georgia. This channel is everything do-it-yourself property management, educating landlords like yourself, investors, on how to do property management like the pros. So without further ado, let's jump into this video where I'm gonna break down the pros and cons of managing your own rental property. Okay, so for the very first thing I'll say about this video is it is going to be comparing, contrasting format. So what I'll do is I'll give you a pro and then I will contrast that pro with a con, okay? So that's how today's video is gonna be laid out. So the very first pro in most investors' mindset when it comes to self-managing their property is they feel that, hey, I can save money, I can get it done cheaper by just doing it myself. I don't have to pay someone to manage my property. So you can look at it as a pro, and then I can also show you where that could be a con. And the reason why I say that is because there are going to be systems that you're going to have to purchase depending on how big your shop is. If you only have one property, then absolutely you don't have to worry about that cost savings to be another expense in another area. So depending on how big your operation is, that could be a pro or it could be a con. Okay, so number two, second pro is going to be total control. I have total control of my property. I have total control of the tenant. I have total control of the situation. I know how much money my property is making. I know how much my property is spending on expenses. I am in control. That is a pro. And it is simply put one of the best situations for a new investor because you want to have your hand on the pulse. In order for you to make money as a real estate investor, you need to know what is going on at every turn, so that way things don't get out of control. So being your own property manager can help you maintain that total control aspect. Now, the con to that is everything is on you. So when something happens to the property maintenance-wise at 1 o'clock in the morning, the tenant is going to report it to you, okay? Now, depending on how you set your infrastructure up, that phone call could come to you directly to your phone, or depending on how you have your situation set up. And as you watch this channel, I'm going to give you tips and tricks on what you need to do to make sure that systems are in place so that way you're not necessarily inconvenienced or called, say, in the middle of the night and having to respond to this tenant, okay? So, but again, having total control, on the other side of that comes total responsibility, okay? So you are responsible yourself, okay? So just keep that in mind. Pro number three, I don't have to deal with the headache of a property manager, not taking my phone call, not being responsive to my tenant. I will just do it myself. So essentially, yes, that is a pro. You don't have a property manager to deal with. You don't have a property manager to take away your money in an expense repair that maybe you would have handled differently. So that is 100% correct. You don't have to deal with a property manager. The con to that is essentially the same con before. Everything is on you. And so essentially, if you need to figure out a situation, then you don't have that property manager to help figure out the situation or figure it out for you. So essentially, although you don't have the headache of the property manager, now you have the headache of the learning curve to deal with those issues that come up. But fret not, because you have this YouTube channel here to help you out with different things along the way as your journey unfolds of self-managing your property. I'm here to tell you it can be done as long as you do it like the pros, okay? And that is what this channel is all about. So thank you for watching today's video. Also, smash that subscribe button for information and more tips and tricks on how you can leverage doing it yourself as a property manager. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.